Hello, and welcome to election night in 1984. Now, as many people know, Ronald Reagan is the current president of the United States. But, it got kind of weird in 1984 because he was running for re-election, and everybody was like, "You're too old, you're too old." And he was like, "Yeah, well, my opponents are even older." This, of course, was in reference to former Governor Harold E. Stassen of Minnesota, who launched yet another bid because that guy just did not know when it was time to stop. But Reagan started getting into some trouble because even though he was immensely popular, Republicans were starting to look at him and say, "Why did we nominate a comedian? Why? All this guy does is crack jokes, and that's what makes him popular." And so they started looking at Stassen as an alternative. And I know it's crazy, but Stassen ran a really good campaign, and actually, the more people looked into him, the more they realized, you know what? He may be as old as heck and maybe an ineffective leader, but you know what? It doesn't matter because all Reagan can do is make jokes without actually getting anything done. So you know what? We're going to vote for Harold E. Stassen in this primary. And they actually primaried Reagan. Now, you're going to say, yeah, bullcrap they did. That didn't happen. Yes, it did. Literally, look. It's on Wikipedia. Oh, wait. Actually, no, yeah, it is on Wikipedia. Oh, wait, Wikipedia doesn't exist because it's 1984. Forget that. Anyway, yeah. So this election came out between Harold E. Stassen of Minnesota, the former governor from 1940 something, and Walter F. Mondale, former vice president under Jimmy Carter. This was the first time in American history that a guy literally primaried, and I mean actually primaried, like in the primaries, like incumbent president actually lost in the primary, not like in a convention, but like in an actual primary, because Stassen was just that inspiring, I mean, he ran a good campaign. Then he got to the general, and Republicans went, "Oh, what did we do? Oh no, we're actually screwed." So Walter Mondale started to lead in the polls, and it was a bitterly fought contest, and we expect it will be bitterly fought to the very end and stuff. So this is our news coverage brought to you by Tornado Sam. This coverage is sponsored by Walter Mondale because every news network, they got to have a sponsor from some famous politician. There's nothing suspicious here or anything. It just so happens that one of the nominees decided to pay us to cover this election, It's not like we're biased towards him or anything, or there's really nothing to see here, I mean, it's really just, some presidential candidate, paying us to cover the election. Nothing to see. Okay, anyway, this is brought to you by Tornado Sam Studios. I'm your host, Tornado Sam. I'll be going through this election, and we will be finding out what is happening as Walter F. Mondale faces up against possibly, in fact, I know he is, the oldest nominee ever, the most irrelevant guy who last held political office in, what was it? It was it was the 40s. Last time he held political office in the 40s, I think. Maybe not. Anyway, we are waiting for the polls to close, and they're about to close really soon. And we're going to have, state calls and stuff to do, so. But until then, let's just talk about how good of a nominee Walter Mondale is. Now, obviously, I'm not saying that, he's good just because he paid us to do that. I mean, nobody would ever, no one would do that. He's good though. He wants to like raise your taxes and stuff to reduce the deficit, and he's good on the issue. Oh my gosh, you guys really are not buying this. Okay, whatever. But yeah, he's really, really good. I mean, trust me, he's such a good nominee and stuff. Harold E. Stassen is really bad. That's an objective opinion, by the way. That's not even like that. That's literally fact. That's not even me being paid by Mondale to say that. This is literally fact. Harold E. Stassen may be the worst presidential nominee in American history. Even worse than Winfield Scott. Even worse than George McGovern. Even worse than Barry Goldwater. I mean, look. Honestly, I mean, he's just awful. This is objective reporting I'm doing here. Oh wait, we have like 10 seconds and then the polls close, so I gotta shut up. Okay, here we go. 9, 8, 7, 5, 6, 4, 1. Oh, okay, whatever. The polls close. And we have some major projections to make right now. And CNN now projects that Indiana is too close of a state to call. Actually, I mean the Torian Sam Studios. Why did it say CNN? That's stupid. So CNN, too close to call. And we can project, however, that Harold E. Actually, we can't project that either. Harold E. Stassen has not won any states. But, of course, we can project that Walter Mondale, with the endorsement of Jimmy Carter, has carried the state of Georgia, and it's 12 electoral votes. Walter Mondale is 12 electoral votes towards victory. That's very close already. He only needs to win, like, what, approximately 20 some more states? I mean, he's already really close to winning this election. So, I mean, yep. But yeah, we don't really have any other calls to make. I'm trying to remember what other polls close this. Oh yeah, Virginia as well. You know what, Virginia, actually, we don't even care. We're just going to call this for Mondale. I could care less. This is going for Mondale. I guarantee it. It's going for Mondale because Stassen is that bad of a nominee. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's facts. Oh wait, Indiana is so close right now. It's actually a toss-up. The numbers are rolling in, and as we watch the vote count come in, we are seeing Stassen leading by approximately 4 votes. But this is only with approximately 22% of the vote reporting. But it's a very small percentage of lead. Now, if Reagan had been on the ballot, like, this would be a totally different story, but because Republicans are no. You know what? No. Yeah. Sorry, guys. Anyway, but yeah, Stassen is not winning Indiana yet. He's not winning Kentucky either. South Carolina and stuff. Oh, and Vermont. We forgot about Vermont. Crap. Vermont is actually going for Mondale. This is going to flip for the second time since Republican Party first existed. This state has voted Republican every time except for Lyndon Johnson's 1964 landslide. And now it is going to vote for Mondale, which really shows how bad of a candidate Stassen is. I mean, you have to be a bad candidate. What? Republicans are just so stupid. I mean, oh, wait. No, I'm not supposed to say that. Because, this is objective reporting we're doing here. We only report the most objectively we can. So this is very objective. So currently, Walter F. Mondale, Walter Fritz Mondale, has a lead of 27 electoral votes to Harold E. Stassen, the former governor, also from Minnesota, having only 0. But Indiana very well could go for Harold E. Stassen. But then again, Walter Mondale's such a good candidate, I legitimately believe he'll carry Indiana, if you want my honest opinion. Oh, wait, Indiana has 48% of the vote in now. I know they count their votes really fast. It's unbelievably crazy. I don't know why they do it that way, but they're just really good at counting votes. Anyway, it's 48% of the vote. Oh, now it just changed. It's 50%. It's 50% of the vote in, and Walter Mondale is leading by 2,000 votes. This is just, I don't know. I think what's happening? What is happening? Why? This is going to be, if Stassen can't even win Indiana, they're going to have some trouble. it's just because Walter Mondale's that good of a candidate, you know? I don't know, he's just good a candidate, and I'm not like biased or anything. Oh crap, I just realized the 7:30 poll closings are 10 seconds away. We're going to try it again, and maybe I'll get the counting right. We're going to go, oh wait, no, it's only 5 now. 4, 2, no, wait, 1. Okay, nope, sorry. Okay, anyway, we have projections to make. The first projection is that in the stronghold of West Virginia, Walter Fritz Mondale, the projected winner of the state of West Virginia, which has gone for Jimmy Carter in both of his elections, which means that Walter Mondale is, it's not really anything special. The big breakthrough, of course, was Vermont, which really showed this was going to be a landslide. But Walter F. Mondale currently at 33 electoral votes. Stassen has none, but Indiana is 76% of the way in, and we are projecting that Mondale has a 10,000 vote lead. His lead has gained a little bit. Stassen is going to want, there might be a recount in Indiana. I'm not sure yet, but it's looking to be a real nail biter in Indiana. I'm not sure what to say. My home state, sometimes we do crazy crap. This is one of those times. Ohio has also had its poll closings. And this is an incredible battleground state. In fact, we don't really know. In fact, Stassen is leading 70-30 right now, but we don't actually know if those are the real results. Like, this is like only 25% of the vote in. Wait, that's actually a quarter. Do you actually mean to tell me that Walter Mondale is going to flip Indiana and Ohio is going to go, okay, this is retarded. What is this? This is an historic election, folks. Nobody ever thought this was going to happen this way. Nobody ever thought this. And sure enough, with another, I know Ohio counts their votes fast too, but with 50% of the vote in, we are projecting Harold E. Stassen has won his first state. Now, I personally believe that was because of voter fraud. In fact, I'm almost 100% sure, because there's no way that old fart actually won the state of Ohio legitimately. But for the sake of argument, we are going to go along with it and just say, sure, this was totally legitimate, and Stassen is going to win that state. So, yeah, he's winning at 65-35 right now. So, sometimes it's just, sometimes a candidate's just that good. He's not good, but whatever. Anyway, we have one more state. What is the... What's the state? I'm trying to remember. Oh, North Carolina, obviously, North Carolina. Yeah, North Carolina also had their poll closings. This state is so close right now. We actually can't project it. It appears that Walter Mondale is leading by approximately 6,000 votes, but we can't really call it yet, seeing as that is only with approximately 30% of the vote in. I know some of these states on the East Coast, they count their votes really fast. We don't mean to lose the suspense here, but we can get the information as quick as we can. So, oh, by the way, Kentucky, we have a winner in Kentucky. It appears that Walter Mondale, after heavy campaigning from former President Jimmy Carter, narrowly has won Kentucky with 100% of the vote in. He has won it by 2,000 votes. There may very well be a recount here, but as of right now, we are unable. Well, actually, we are able because we just projected it. Indiana, however, the lead has narrowed again for Mondale with 90% of the vote reporting. Mondale is leading by only about 500 votes. It's about 502, I think, if I'm doing my math correctly. He is leading by 502 votes. And the fact that that's so close, but Ohio's a landslide for Stassen, really makes you question the system, there's no way there wasn't fraud here. But screw it, we're not here to talk about fraud. We're here to report election results objectively because we're very unbiased here at Tornado Sam headquarters. Oh, wait, I just remembered. Okay, we have more poll closings coming up. Sorry about this, folks. We have more poll closings. It looks like Florida closed their polls, and right away we can project that Walter F. Mondale has carried the state of Florida. He is well on his way because he is that good of a candidate. South Carolina, oh, by the way, we haven't called South Carolina yet. South Carolina actually went to Stassen this time because Carter campaigned there, but Mondale said something bad about like the governor there or something, and all the South Carolinians were like, screw you, and they voted for Stassen, even though he's an old fogey fart with political experience that dates back to the 1940s. Who would vote for that guy? But anyway, oh yeah, we have Tennessee to project. Tennessee goes for Mondale, by the way. Oh yeah, and Ohio. Ohio actually narrowed a little bit more. We can still project it for Stassen. It's going to him by only 57 to 43 right now, however. So it's very possible that with the remaining approximately, what is it? Oh, it looks like to be about 20% left. With the remaining 20%, this race could narrow up legitimately. But for right now, this is actually a pretty comfortable win for former Governor Harold E. Stassen of Minnesota. Oh yeah, Alabama closed its polls as well. Mondale won that. He also won Mississippi. Let's see, where else did he win? Oh yeah, we have New England, obviously. Okay, Mondale won Massachusetts by like 90. I mean, Harold E. Stassen did heavy campaigning there, and I think that's going to be the death of his campaign, if I'm being honest, because Mondale's winning this by 90, and like I don't get it. But then again, that only is like what 15% of the vote in, so who knows? But it's a landslide. It's 95-5. It's a blowout in Massachusetts. All the liberals love Mondale, and they don't even seem to realize Stassen actually visited there. So you know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, Rhode Island, which voted for Carter last time, also goes for Mondale. And New Hampshire's going for Mondale as well. But yeah, you know what? It's. Oh, by the way, Ohio got closer. We have about 10% left, and it's going 53 to 47 for Stassen right now. So you know what I'm saying? Indiana has about 1% left to count, and it's appearing that Mondale is leading by approximately 46 votes. The remaining 1% could barely put Stassen over the edge in Indiana, but we do not know yet because we at this news headquarters, despite the fact we are literally being paid by a presidential candidate to say he's good, we are really objective when we report things. So you know we're not going to call it. We're not going to call it. But you know what? Heck, he's probably going to win it anyway. Anyway, Pennsylvania is going for a landslide to Mondale. Let's check out. Oh yeah, Maine. Actually, no, Maine. Stassen won Maine. Hate to break it to you, but Stassen won Maine. Stassen also won Connecticut, and he won New Jersey and Delaware. But these states are very, very close right now, and we could retract some of these calls later because, let's face it, Ohio, he's only leading in by like, what, 51-49 by now, and there's still like 5% left. Like, honestly, we could totally be wrong. As a matter of fact, just for that, we are going to uncall Ohio. Ohio is too close to call. It is no longer the landslide victory we thought it was going to be. So, yep, take that off the table. Stassen ain't winning that, as of yet. Well, I doubt he was ever going to win it, but... Anyway... Oh yeah, DC. DC voted for Stassen. With 100% of the vote in, we are projecting DC for former Governor Harold E. Stassen of Minnesota. DC has a lot of old black people who like voting for fellow old people, even if they're not black. And that is why DC has voted for Harold E. Stassen. With 100% of the vote in, he is winning it by 60 to 40 over former Senator and Vice President Walter Fritz Mondale. Oh yeah, Maryland. Maryland went to Walter Mondale as well. I forgot to mention that. It went to Mondale. But yeah, Mondale's winning this so easily. It's funny. I'm laughing right now. We're unbiased here, and we report everything objectively. But I think it's pretty funny that Stassen is losing by this much. I mean, he's trailing by over 100 electoral votes right now. It's no hope for Stassen. Oh yeah, by the way, we do have a projection to make with the remaining 5% in, well actually 4% in. Mondale has taken the lead in Ohio and has won it, which is 23 electoral votes. Mondale is easily on his way to victory tonight, as we can tell from this. And with the remaining 1% in from Indiana, it appears to be a tie. It's a tie in Indiana. So, oh wait, actually we got a few more votes in. Mondale won it. Screw it. Anyway, yeah. So North Carolina is still really, really close. We can't call that one yet. However, it is now 8:30 and stuff, and we can call Arkansas for Walter F. Mondale. We can also call Oklahoma for Stassen because people out there are really old and they like people who served in Minnesota like 40 years ago or something. Oh yeah, and Missouri. Missouri also voted for Stassen because they like old people too. Louisiana. Yeah, Louisiana. Oh, I don't know. Wait. Oh yeah, Louisiana's 9 p.m. Never mind. Illinois. This is a big one. We project that Walter Mondale has won the state of Illinois, which puts him over the 200 mark. We're just, you know what? Screw it. Walter F. Mondale is the winner of this election. There is no possible way Harold E. Stassen can make a comeback. This is going to be a landslide for Walter Mondale. In fact, most of these calls for Stassen, we're probably going to retract them anyway. So, you know what? Screw it. We project right now Walter F. Mondale will win all 538 electoral votes. This is completely objective. Completely objective, okay? We know this to be true. We know this to be true. There's no, we're not being biased here or anything. This is not partisan reporting. We are being honest, good people here over at Tornado Sam Studios. But yeah, with that being said, Stassen is a bad candidate. So yeah, never mind. Walter Mondale is elected, so the rest of these calls don't really matter. Because there was clearly voter fraud on the ones that Stassen actually won. New York, it's 9, by the way. New York went for Mondale. Put him at 247. And, Texas is close. Texas is close. Oh, Indiana's tied again. Screw it. We can't call Indiana. Indiana's tied. It's really close in that state. What's going to happen? Who knows? But yeah. You know what? Oh man, Mondale already declared victory. Well, why shouldn't he? I mean, he just won. Anyway. Oh yeah, it's 9 and stuff, so we got to project some more states. Texas, yeah, that's close. Kansas, oh yeah, that's close. Nebraska's actually a landslide. That's going for Stassen, as well as the 2 Dakotas, I think, and Wyoming. But it doesn't matter because Mondale already won. Oh yeah, Iowa's a land. Oh wait, Iowa? No, actually, Iowa. It's because that's a 10 o'clock poll closing, so we can't call that yet. Minnesota has gone for its favorite son, Walter Mondale. Harold E. Stassen is also of Minnesota, as he was the former governor. But screw it, forget it. Mondale was a senator there. He's winning his home state. We don't even have any numbers in. We can already call it. Same with Wisconsin and Michigan, which has put him over the 276 mark. Yay! Walter Mondale won! Yes! Oh, this is not bias. Anybody objectively wants Mondale to win. Everybody does. This is not bias, okay? It's not bias. And, Kansas. Kansas is so close right now. North Carolina, however, we can make a call, and we can project it goes to Stassen. Because Stassen spent a lot of time in North Carolina. He fell off a stage one time in North Carolina and broke his leg, which greatly inhibited the rest of his campaigning, and is maybe the reason why he's losing tonight. But yeah, anyway. Okay. So, Indiana, yeah, like we said, it's kind of tied there right now. Louisiana has voted for Walter F. Mondale. Okay, yep, you know what? Screw it. We're calling Colorado and New Mexico for Walter F. Mondale, meaning that he's going to get at least over 300 electoral votes. This is no contest. Arizona is actually too close to call. This state could very well be a swing state in the future. It certainly is right now, you know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, we have a new projection in Maine. Maine is actually going to go to Mondale. It turns out that the Secretary of State of Maine found that a whole bunch of voting machines were rigged in favor of Stassen, that a lot of Republicans put in place, and she's going to kick their you-know-whats. So, I mean, it's going to really hurt. Ooh, man, Stassen supporters, you gotta hate them. They suck. fact, anybody who campaigns for an old man, they suck. That's objective. That's objective right there. That's not me being biased at all. We at the Tornado Sam Studios are very, very unbiased. We're unbiased. Anyway, we can now project that in Texas, it is tied, meaning that nobody will win that state. This state will not go to anybody in the 1984 presidential election. Iowa, oh, by the way, it actually is 10 o'clock now, so we can call some states. Iowa will go for Walter Mondale, and Kansas will go for Walter Mondale as well. They finished counting the votes, and it turns out Mondale won by about 1,000, so calling that for him. Yeah, and Utah is a Republican stronghold. Nobody's ever gonna touch Utah. It's just not happening, guys. You could put up a ham sandwich in the state of Utah, and Republicans would vote for it. It would be close, but they'd vote for it. Oh yeah, Nevada. Nevada's also going to Stassen because there were some people from Utah who said, let's go into Nevada and vote for Stassen so that we can rig this election. And they did it. Even though it was fraudulent, they did it. So Nevada also going for former Governor Harold E. Stassen. And yeah, Arizona's still too close. Oh yeah, Montana. We forgot about Montana. Montana is a huge landslide for Mondale because Republicans are like, they screwed up. They took that state for granted. So also goes to Mondale. Mondale's well on the way. In fact, he's already won. So why are we even still calling states? And this is the kicker. It's now 11 o'clock, and at poll closing, we can call all these states for Mondale. You know, they're all going Mondale. So Mondale winning this in a landslide, man. I'm telling you. But as we do know, Mondale may not surpass the 400 mark because these 29 electoral votes in Texas are not going to anybody, considering it was a tie. We have yet to hear from the Texas Secretary of State, but he is expected to say that either a redo election will be held, or they will just say, screw it, nobody won the state, and these electoral votes are not even counted in this election. And yeah, wow, this is crazy. I'm so happy Mondale won. Everybody wanted him to win, and he won. So it's just what happens when you primary an incumbent president, you idiots. Don't ever do that again, retards. Piece of, oh yeah, whatever. But yeah, Stassen is not even like winning anything. Oh yeah, he did. Oh yeah, actually, I'm sorry, I did make a mistake. Stassen is actually going to win Kentucky and Tennessee and Ohio. So that does take away from Mondale's lead, but it looks like while we weren't watching, a few votes snuck in there, and they took the states back for Stassen. Now, they're very fractionally close, and there really could be, like, anybody could win these, honestly, but you know what? Screw it. We're calling it for Stassen, because we know that he's going to win them, probably, even if it was because of fraud. Indiana is tied again, but it looks like there are a few votes left out of St. Joseph County, which is traditionally a stronghold for Democrats, which means Mondale's going to win this. I give up. He's winning it. Texas, as I said, is not going to anybody, and Arizona is likely-wise not going to go to anybody. Well, actually it will. It's going to Mondale, by the way. That means we have 2 states left to call. Texas cannot be called because, you know, it's tied, so. Oh, yeah. Oh, I forgot, actually. Hawaii closes their polls at the exact same time as California, so we actually could call that. It's actually going to Harold E. Stassen right now, for some reason. I'm not sure why. I think maybe Hawaiians were mad at Mondale because he wasn't Asian, and they just were like, you know what? Even though Mondale's not Asian, even though Stassen isn't Asian, we're going to vote for him just because we don't like the Democrats putting up non-Asian people. I mean, the anti-Asian stuff is like real. It's real here, okay, guys? Oh yeah, by the way, Alaska polls closed and Mondale won that. So, yep, that's the final electoral map, guys. 29 electoral votes invalidated, and the rest of these states get. Oh wait, crap. Sorry, we gotta change a few things. We project that Mondale wins New Jersey and Delaware because of the Biden endorsement, even though nobody cares about Biden at this time. Because he's not president yet or anything, so. And Connecticut as well. And we can also project that there is one vote left outstanding in Texas, and that vote has yet to be released by the Secretary of State. That vote will be broadcast to every TV news network, and we will know exactly who voted on that ballot, and we will also know who they voted for. So that should any political Mondale or Stassen fanatics get mad that their candidate lost, they can go and find that person and, well, we won't say it on live TV, but let's just say some pretty crazy things could happen if they ever found that person. But it doesn't matter because, Stassen's losing and stuff. But actually, Stassen, the vote is just released, and it looks like Stassen wins Texas. So that's the final map, guys. Stassen wins everything. I mean, Mondale wins everything. Yay, Mondale's such a good candidate. Woohoo! Walter Mondale, President of the United States. But actually, no. Because it looks like Indiana's coming back to Stassen. So we project it to go to Stassen this time. We are deeply sorry that we projected this earlier. And Ohio actually is now going for a landslide to Mondale with 100% of the vote in. Mondale has won Ohio 60-40. So there's no mistaking that state. We are sorry, but some last minute votes came out of nowhere because it appears they were like in the back of a truck or something, and they were unloaded, and it was found that like 100% of them went for Walter Mondale. And there were like a few thousand, and there were like, I don't know, a couple 100,000, maybe almost 1 million in that truck. So those ballots, they all go for Walter Mondale, which means that the state goes for Walter Mondale. Definitely no fraud there at all. That is totally legitimately counting votes. So, I mean, it's how the elections work. What can I say? Oh, yeah, by the way, Harold E. Stassen is giving his concession speech, and as he's giving it, he's choking up. Apparently, he is heartbroken that his one time he got the nomination, he had to lose. Let's listen in. Excuse me, I'm sorry, we got technical difficulties. Screw that. But it's actually not over, because it appears that Kansas actually is going to Stassen. It looks like a batch of votes came in late that all 100% went to Stassen, and that narrowly flipped the state. Oh, I actually didn't narrowly flip it. I'm looking at the numbers again. It just updated. He's actually winning at 65-35 right now in Kansas. So, actually, I'm sorry. I mean, it must have been a huge dump, but that's legitimate. I'm not really, but we can't say that fraud happens here on news networks. So we are going to just say that it's legitimate, even though it's clearly not, just because it was in favor of Stassen. Stassen is also winning his home state now. He's also winning Iowa, Arkansas, and Louisiana, but the rest of these states he's not winning, so screw it, we are calling this election. Walter F. Mondale's won in semi-landslide. I wish it had been more, because I do like landslides. But yeah, Mondale won by a whole lot, so forget that. The popular vote is 75-25 in favor of Mondale right now. As most of these states only narrowly went to Stassen, and in the rest of these states, he got like blown out of the water. Apart from Colorado, that state's actually so close, we're going to give it to Stassen right now. That's the final electoral vote count now. Stassen with 180, Mondale with 358 electoral votes. And that's the result. That's it. So, yeah. Yep, that crazy stuff, guys. But this is from the Tornado Sam Studios, the totally unbiased studios. Thank you. And, oh wait, crap. Actually, we have more. calls to make. I'm sorry. We have more calls to make because it appears that that Stassen is going to win a few more states. We didn't actually expect this because we realized he's losing by huge margins, at least 40 in every single state. But it turns out he's actually going to win a few more. He's going to win Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania, meaning he's going to get the Rust Belt. Big deal. He's still losing by a lot, idiots. And so that concludes our presidential election. We hope you enjoyed this coverage. We also hope that you would vote for Walter. Oh, no, wait. No, we're not. No. We hope that you would sponsor us sometime, as Walter Mondale did that one time, because we really like his support. We're definitely not using his support, to be biased in favor of him or anything. This is just objective reporting. What can I say? But yeah, that's it. That's the end of this. Oh, wait. Sorry, guys. More votes came in. It appears that Illinois and Mississippi and Alabama and Georgia and Florida all went for Stassen, which actually gives him the presidency. What? That's not even the worst of it. Do you realize something else? Stassen appears to have also carried New Mexico, Arizona, California, Oregon, and Washington. Idaho and Montana, however, Mondale campaigned a lot there, so actually he's not winning those. Oh, he's also winning Alaska, believe it or not. Late ballots favored Stassen, so what can I say? But yeah, that's it. That's the end. Looks like Stassen actually won this. What is wrong here? Why did... Screw it. I was really hoping Mondale would win. That's not even bias. That's just everybody's opinion. They all wanted Mondale. But, oh yeah, the popular vote is actually really close now. It appears Stassen is leading 51-49. So, I'm sorry about that previous projection. The popular vote would go for Mondale 75-25 because it appears a lot of last-minute Stassen voters came to the polls and their votes flooded the ballot box, causing this race to narrow up substantially. But as it turns out, we can also project that West Virginia, I don't know what is happening here. West Virginia and Virginia will all go for Stassen, but it's not like that's going to improve anything. I mean, Mondale can still win this. He can still win this. I have every confidence. I mean, he's losing California by 20? That's not that much. He's losing Oregon by 15. He's losing Washington by 35. I mean, there's plenty of room here for Mondale to get a few last-minute votes. So who am I to say he's lost this? In fact, you know what? Screw it. He hasn't lost this yet. I don't know why I projected that. Oh, but Stassen actually did win Maryland and Delaware and New Jersey. So actually, maybe he did lose it. But I'm not going to say he did. I don't think he did. I think that's all just speculation. We don't know. We don't know if he lost it. There's still a way he can win this. He may beat only 103 to 435, but he can win this. He can win it. Ohio also went for Stassen. I'm sorry about that, but he's actually winning it by a landslide again, 65-35. So, excuse that previous call. I'm not sure where all the pro-Mondale ballots came in, but forget that. It's for Stassen. This is objective reporting we're doing. It's for Stassen. And New York is also going to go for Stassen. Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont's still going for Mondale, though. Nobody can ever change my mind that it won't. Massachusetts still is as well. Nobody can ever change my mind about that. But Connecticut and Rhode Island will flip back to Harold E. Stassen, meaning he has won this in a landslide against former Senator and Vice President Walter Fritz Mondale. So you might wonder, what happened here? I will say to you this. Voter fraud happened here. That's not biased. I was not paid to say this. There's nothing suspicious here about me promoting this on television. This is the truth. This is the truth. Oh, but actually we got more numbers in. Vermont and Massachusetts are both going in a landslide for Stassen, meaning he gets the most electoral votes of anybody in history. I still don't believe he actually got those, but you know what? Screw it. Forget it. This map is most certainly this is what the numbers we got. I'm sorry. I truly believe, I truly believe that this is rigged, because I'm a liberal and I like oh, nope, wait, nope. But yeah, Mondale only gets 2 states. So, yep. 48 state sweep to 2 for Walter F. Mondale. Mondale has gotten the least amount of votes for a Democratic presidential candidate in a two-way race at 8 electoral votes, and that is dwindling even now, as we can project that Idaho will actually flip, because it can. But it's very narrow for Stassen. I mean, anything could, oh, wait, it's actually, no, it's not that narrow. It's like 60-40 right now. Forget that. Montana as well. Montana's also flipping, which means Stassen has won every single state in electoral vote. He was a terrible candidate, and there was definitely fraud, but screw it. I'm paid. I am paid to report numbers. I'm paid to do it. I can't give my personal opinions. I can't. Oh my gosh. Hold on, guys. I'm resigning. I'm resigning here at Tornado Sam Studios. I can't handle the strain. I can't handle the stress. I cannot stand it when my candidates lose an election. So I see you later. See you later, guys. I'm Do you guys have like a do any of you guys have like a Colt 45 I could borrow? I got some business to attend to. Okay, maybe not. Maybe not. Never mind. I'll find something. But yeah, this is the electoral map. My inside is broken. This has devastated me. Is traumatized me, and I think I may die. I think I think I may end up in a mental institution. I can't take my candidates losing like this. This is the single worst thing that has ever happened to me in my lifetime. This is the single worst thing. Life is not worth living. Nothing is worth living. We are going to have a, what, like 80 some year old president of the United States. We're going to have like an 86-year-old. The American public is retarded. I give up. I'm going to go find that gun.